cars, you already know. Lean means super clean. It's literally the only degreaser that I ever use. Moving on with our day. Camaro needs to be pressure washed off. I need to get rid of all of this dirt and stuff that we have exposed from taking all the parts off that we did in the last episode.
Yeah, I saw somebody drop some shit in there. It's all sticky.
Yeah. So you see what had happened was the dome light was on all night long because somebody left the door open. Battery's dead. Shit. Alright, my biggest challenge right now is I need to get these door jambs disassembled. Meaning, I have to get everything out of the way. So all of this rubber needs to come out of the way. The door seal, plastic trim that goes all the way around. The rear hatch is good. The only thing I had to remove on it was this weather stripping. So that's ready to go. Because now we need to get this rubber off. And then also this little like drip rail. I didn't know whether this was like one piece with the body. You know, some of these are like welded on or whatever. But no. It definitely has some movement. I need to figure out how to get that off of there because I want my paint to come all the way through. Like you want it to wrap all the way around. Yes, I could just tape this stuff off and paint all the way up to the edge, but then you'll have a paint edge right there. Those are areas that can lift, you know, moisture and dirt and stuff can get underneath there and start separating the paint. And then you'll start having those little areas that are chipping that I know you guys have all seen on other cars. So the thing is, I've been looking up, well, trying to find videos on how to get this stuff off, and I can't find anything. I would just like to kind of have instructional video on how to remove it, so I'm not just pulling on it and potentially cracking it, you know what I'm saying? So, but I cannot find anything. Down here, I do see there is, you know, the obvious. There's a screw here. There's one of these little like push lock plastic little clips. There's a couple of them right here. So I'm going to start with that stuff, just pulling the things that I could visually see, and then getting this plastic body panel or the plastic interior panel out of the way. This is just screws. But yeah, I'm just going to take it slow and hopefully try not to damage this stuff because it is old and kind of brittle and hard to find. How to remove door jamb weather strip from 3rd gen Camaro. What the hell? Remove the 2 plastic push pins. Use a heat gun to remove the weather stripping. Use a flathead screwdriver to pry off the weather stripping. Use a putty knife or scraper to remove the glue without damaging the paint. Use mineral spirits on a paper towel for removing any remaining residue. What the f? What? God. Every single bit of this is glued in. There's 2 pieces that's sandwiched together and they're glued together, and then they're glued to the body, and then there's screws. And then underneath, like in order to access the screws, you have all the weather stripping that pops into this metal piece. the weather stripping is not only old and brittle, but it's also glued in as well. So you have this metal piece that goes in, you have this metal trim piece that we still need to get off, that goes in after that with glue in between each layer, and then it's got screws going all the way along, and then they put a seam, then they put a run of glue in there, and then they pop the weather stripping in. It's very effective for keeping it in, very difficult for getting it out. I feel pretty confident that we're going to be able to reuse these pieces, but the weather stripping, it got a little fucked. The only downside is this stuff has this like black rubber material that goes around it, and you guys know on the window seals of like our Hondas, that little piece that goes between the glass and the door that always turns chrome, that's got like that black coating over the top of it, that's the same thing that this thing has. So this shit is definitely coming off because it's all fucked up, but I can more than likely just paint this piece black and it'll still look presentable. Long story short, we'll be able to reuse all of this except for the weather stripping. It just unfortunately would not come out in one piece. You see what I'm having to do here? So now just this damn little metal trim. So this went underneath this. So when assembling all of this, this piece obviously goes first. And each one of these little tabs is where a screw passed through the other piece, through this piece into the body. And each one of these damn tabs is freaking glued, bro. I'm having to pry each one of them off to get this motherfucker out of here. And this is the reason why I couldn't find a video on this on YouTube, because ain't nobody else doing this shit. They're just not, bro. Because I couldn't find a single video on this shit. And look how much nicer that's going to be able to... Ta-da! Wow! Would you look at that? We finally got it stripped all the way down. Now I have a bunch of shit I got to clean off. So there's all the glue, and you know what? I wouldn't doubt that this is probably seam sealer, but I got to get all that stuff off of there, because now our paint is going to go all the way up to this little pinch weld, and we have to paint all of that inside of there. But dude, it's gonna be so much better now I got that stuff off. So now our paint can go all the way. You see this little lip right here? People who painted the car before didn't do what it is I'm doing, because I'm doing it the right way. Shoot, look at that. And not to mention, now that we have this piece off, I can go ahead and I want to sandblast it, but that damn sandblast cabinet is such a pain in the ass. But I can clean it up at least and respray it like a trim black and make it look a lot better. So that's the driver's side down. Now I gotta do the passenger side. Yippee. All right, round two over here on the passenger side. There are two little plastic clips down here that I've already popped out that actually pop into the body. So you gotta pop those out. Now this rubber molding all the way up here, there's nothing holding it in except for the fact that it squeezes into this track. So it has a little lip that sticks into this metal piece, and there's a little lip that sticks into the metal on the back. So it's like you have to kind of push it out and get that little lip out all the way around, but on top of that, it's also glued in to the backside. So this is the piece from the driver's side. There's adhesive left right there. That's because that's where the weather stripping was actually glued in, and this is where the weather stripping actually has a little like flat spot that goes into there that you have to squeeze to get out. So not only is it being held on both sides, but it also has glue on the back side. That's what makes it damn near impossible to get it out without tearing it up. I'm gonna try as hard as I can, but I'm already under the impression I'm gonna need to order new ones. I just got done looking it up, and they're anywhere from $150 to $300, unfortunately. But you gotta do what you gotta do to make things right, you know what I'm saying? I was hoping to get this one out in one piece, but nope. Alright, once you get your weather stripping all ripped out of the way, and you know, break your own heart after looking up how much it's going to cost to replace that shit, you want to take your torch and run it on the inside of this metal trim. Keep it kind of close, because you don't want to be, you know, burning your headliner or nothing. You just want to do this. Do it enough times to really warm that son of a bitch up, because it's freaking glued on there, let me tell you what. And on the back side, you can get a flathead screwdriver in there and just start kind of prying it down. I've already been working on this a little bit off camera, you know. I'm just trying to make it a little bit quicker for recording. So I broke a lot of it loose already. But yeah, you just want to get on the back side and start breaking it loose like so. Trying not to bend and tweak this thing all out of shape, because remember, you got to put it back. I'm trying to save some money somewhere, because you got to spend $300 on weather stripping now. And of course, get to a certain point, realize that you forgot a screw, and pull that screw out that you forgot. Where are you at? I know you're in here somewhere, you son of a bitch. Got you, motherfucker! Now burn the shit out of your hand getting this hot motherfucker for that screw you just dropped, because you don't want to lose any of your hardware. Ha! Now you're just left with this piece. That's just as much of a pain in the ass to get off. Now those little tabs that I showed you earlier, you got to go to each one of them and place your screwdriver against it and give it a little palm tap to get behind there, and then pry. Try to do it somewhat gently so you're not tweaking the hell out of this thing, because once again, you're going to try to reuse this whenever you put it back on, because you got to spend $300 on weather stripping. There you go. Now you do that 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. There it is. Now that you got that final piece off, you just go over here and look at all that you have accomplished and realize you have about 2 or 3 hours of just simply removing glue residue before you can even start sanding. But look on the bright side, at least you're not a YouTuber that has to go through the comments and see some son of a bitch sitting on his couch said, "Paint the whole car already, you lazy bum." Alright, got these damn door jambs stripped down, so we are capable of doing some sanding and more prep work now. Definitely should have did this before pressure washing, so now I gotta clean all this by hand, but it's no big deal. The only issue that I'm having now is this little plastic piece here. I'm gonna continue trying to mess with it, but it looks like the dash literally has to come out to get this out, and if that's the case, I'm not gonna take the whole damn dash out. But what I am gonna do is take this window seal off, because we need it out of the way. Shit. It broke. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on this, get this window seal out so that our paint can come all the way up, and then after we're done painting, I'll have to have the windshield taken out and re-glued back in with a new seal. And Toby's out here today. Where you going, Toby? What up, dude? What's going on, man? Can't see you. Where'd you go? Camera shy. So I need to get all of this. I don't know if that's a seam sealer. Like this one's basically gone, but like right here, I don't know if that's a seam sealer or something behind it, but I need to get all that off before we paint, obviously. Here's a spot that I took my angle grinder to with one of these little, I don't know what the hell you call these things, I just know it's a paint remover, an abrasive pad. And that seems to be working pretty good. A lot better than the wire brush. Oh, Jesus. always tell you guys that a little bit of progress is still progress as long as you're going in the right direction. Well, you know what's even better than that? A lot of freaking progress, man! Great news, my compressor has sprung a leak, but aside from that, a lot of freaking progress, man! So, it might not seem like we made a lot of progress because this video was very repetitive. It was literally just sanding the whole entire thing. So I'm probably just gonna speed up the last 15 hours of my life, but it's all good, man. We made a lot of progress today. Got the whole entire car sanded and prepped. This thing is ready for primer. Of course, minus one thing. I need to continue getting all the dust off of it and off of me. Good Lord, I'm the same color as the car right now. Anyhow, I do need to also mask. So I gotta go through and I have to find all the holes like this, like where the tail lights mounted up and stuff. Put tape on the back and then cover these big old ginormous holes with plastic so that, you know, we're not painting the interior whenever we paint the outside. Yeah, I gotta tape up all the little holes so you know, paint doesn't get inside and just mess shit up. Anyhow, I need to go to the store and pick up plastic. I need tape. I need more primer because I've already went through an entire gallon of high build primer on this damn car. And also ran out of freaking reducer, man. So yeah, definitely got to go to Old School, make a run and go pick up some more material. But I am very satisfied with the amount of progress that we made today. So starting off, my goal was to get all these door jambs, well, and the rear hatch jam, all these jams in general, all the hard stuff done. Got the rear hatch jam all sanded and nice. Got both door jams with the help of Jessica. Thank you, babe. Got the jams all sanded. Oh yeah, and then up here where this cowl section, where the windshield wipers and this little screen thing was at, I got that all cleaned up and sanded because I am going to paint that because you do see it when the hood is popped. You know what I'm saying? Just may as well make it look nice. Of course, inside of the fuel fill door right there, got that all prepped and stuff. So yeah, dude, we're looking pretty good, man. Once I go and get all that material picked up and we're able to move forward, getting the actual chassis of the car sprayed isn't gonna take very long. It's kind of a downhill from here. We still do have all these parts out here on the trailer, rear bumper, the doors, the rear hatch, but man, we're getting really close, dude. So all these little baby steps that we've been making, if you sit back and look at it now, we've actually made a whole lot of progress. I mean, my entire back patio is completely filled with freshly painted parts, man. All of this stuff is already done, so we are damn near to the finish. I'm gonna take my ass in the house, go and shower, get all this freaking paint off of me, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please do smash the like button because it helps me out tremendously. Grab yourself some merch in the description down below because we are still giving away a cam. Peace, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you look at the links down below, there's also a link for my other YouTube channel, Dead Beats Cocktail. Go check it out if you're into that, and even if you're not, go check it out.